Mr. Doug was a clown, and he loved being one, too. It always brought joy to his face to see families laughing and having good times that they would remember and cherish for years. Although one day, a group of teens saw that a heinous crime had occurred in their area. So, as a joke, they decided to blame it on him. And sadly, the whole town believed this. And they chased him into the funhouse, where they found him, dead in a pool of blood. His hammer, now bloodied, was in his right hand, with his left containing a note simply reading, "I didn't do that." Although, it's quite disturbing, actually, because when people saw his face, he didn't appear distressed or to be crying at all. No, instead he had a happy-go-lucky smile printed across his face. Well, no, that's the wrong term. It wasn't happy-go-lucky. It was menacing, like he knew what was to come next. Although, after the police removed his body from the scene, people kept seeing him in the funhouse when it closed. Although, by him, I'm not referring to Mr. Doug. I'm referring to Wacky Mole. You see, Mr. Doug was a kind man with a nice demeanor and a pleasant smile. Wacky Mole had piercing, spiral eyes that glowed yellow, and they seemed to get deeper every time you looked at them. Wacky Mole glowed in the fun house, a dark, ghostly glow that everybody who saw him would remember, although they wouldn't remember it because they wouldn't be alive. He also had a grin across his face that took up half his head, and it was menacing, it was evil, and he knew fully what it meant. And whenever the fun house closed, people would find him patrolling, so it was never really closed. But everybody would find him, and when they ventured in, they would not come back out. Well, they would, except on a stretcher in most cases, and in other cases, a body bag. Because he patrols with his hammer to kill whoever enters for revenge. Although, he does not do this on October, which is the anniversary of his death. No, on October, he breaks out of the fun house and walks around town, stalking innocent victims to pummel them with his hammer. Now, everybody knows that whenever a string of grisly murders happen in October, if they ever show signs of blunt trauma on the victims' heads, they know that this wasn't any normal guy. They knew that this was their past sins coming back to haunt them.